Hey, y'all, just wanted to check in real quick and let y'all know that we're so thankful for everyone who has listened to the first 2 episodes. In under a week, we've gotten over 100 downloads, and we're just beside ourselves. We want to give a quick special shout out to those of you who left us a 5-star review. So shout out to you, The Real Crystal, and shout out to you, Ollie Wally Waterman.
And shout out to you, Big Screen Deej. And shout out to you, at The Real Feather. And shout out to you,
Kevin Welch.
Kevin Welch, I'm dead. Thank you so much. We love you.
You should have never called me a fat ass Kelly Price.
What's going on? We're here again.
We're still fat.
And we still have fucking opinion. Shooting another episode for you all.
This is episode, 2? Right?
Yeah, this is episode 2.
It's been a few weeks, though. We need to catch up because we haven't seen each other in like 3 weeks.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, because last week we didn't record, and the week before I was in New York, so the week before that, so 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh, wow. This is the 3rd week. So how are you feeling? What's going on?
I'm feeling pretty good. I did a lot of stuff in these 3 weeks. I had a lot going on. I'm excited to dish all about everything.
And I'm excited to hear. So what's going on? Tell me.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I was in a fashion show in New York.
Yes, you were.
New York Fashion Week, because the bitch is lit.
Did you watch the video? And by I say did you, I mean, did they watch the video?
The audience, they should.
Did you watch the video?
YouTube,
it was really good.
YouTube, Taylor Renee, that's me. Look at the video.
But what was it like?
I met so many cool people. That was probably the best part, is meeting all of the other people. So this.
Do you follow anybody else who was in the show before?
I didn't before. I followed someone who was in the show last year, but they weren't in the show this year. So nobody that was in the show I followed before the show.
No way.
I follow a lot of them now because they have really aesthetically pleasing feeds.
Come on, aesthetically pleasing feeds.
So this fashion show is called the Dream Walk Fashion Show. They cater to people who would not normally be allowed to be in fashion shows. That makes sense. Specifically the Victoria's Secret fashion show. So everybody who's not a thin, tall girl. Mm-hmm. So there are people who are fat. There are people who are short. There are people who are men. Mm-hmm. There are people who are trans. There were people who are have disabilities, cerebral palsy, amputated limbs, all kinds of really cool stuff.
And when I was watching the video, I was like, first of all, that's so fucking cool that they did that. But also, these niggas were really dressing. I said, okay, we did not come to play. They were like, okay, y'all thought this was going to be something else, but it's not.
It was a full-fledged fashion show.
Okay, and there was wings.
Yes,
and there was
wings. There was a guy with a trident.
Ornacia.
I don't know what that means.
There was a whole bunch of, extravaganza. I saw feathers. I saw sequins. I saw, many a fringe.
There was one girl who had wings made out of balloons that were gorgeous, these large gold balloons.
I really liked your wings.
Thank you. I made them myself.
Really, that whole look, I was like, bitch. I really can't. I really like the fishnets with the boot. That was the feminine with the.
Yes, I got that idea from you when I told you that I was thinking about doing combat boots, and you were like, I like the juxtaposition, and I was like, there it is.
There it is. Yes, I'm glad you listened. I'm but
yeah, because the other option was a sparkly high heel, and 1, I can't walk in those, and 2, it was just too much.
Not a heel, but there I saw some girls out there wearing the heels. I said, "Come on, watch out!"
And the tea is that we had to walk from the hotel where we did pre-show to the venue, and it was 10 or 12 blocks, New York style blocks. So it was not a short walk.
Yeah,
so some of those girls in these high heels, and I was like, no,
girl,
ma'am.
I would have hung up my Christian Louboutin for the night and made way in a good
flip flop
or a good sneaker, preferably a Nike.
I was fine in my little combat boots with that little fake half-inch heel. It was great.
Yes. So what was the day like? So was it early morning?
No, so, okay, we got there the night before the show. We got to New York. So that night was pretty chill. And then the next morning was pretty chill. I did leave my shoes in the car. I went through some drama with that, but we figured that out.
Oh, well. But you were able to park and everything at the hotel and it was fine?
Parking wasn't at the hotel. I don't think you can park at the hotel in New York. We had to find a parking garage, but I used this app called Spot Hero. which is this podcast is not sponsored, but Spot Hero really did save our lives because I got basically 2 days worth of parking for less than $100, which is
in
unheard
New
of.
York. That's crazy. Because when me and Macintosh, when we went to New York, when we were parking, first of all, finding parking was a mess. But we were misinterpreting the signs. We were like, because it says, it's misleading, it says $11 an hour. We were like, wait, bitch, if we're going to be here 8 hours.
Nobody's paying no $11.
An hour, okay, that was the low end. Some of them would be like $22 an hour, but then you go up to the sign and it says like, oh, the longer you stay, like the return you get, the more return you get on your investment or whatever. So we spent like $65 and we were only there, I want to say like 5 or 6 hours. We were in New York, so, and then we had to leave. Like, this
lot was talking about $65 per night, and then it was going to be another $15 on top of that per night because my car is a large car.
Wow.
But because I used Spot Hero, we paid a lot less.
Well, shout out to Spot Hero. What is that? Is it just like an app that shows you parking lights?
Yeah, so you search the parking lot and then it tells you, well, no, you search your destination. So I searched the hotel and then it told me what lots were around the hotel. And then I picked the one that was the cheapest.
Yes, you should have, yes.
And then you can reserve the spot. You have to tell it like when you're going to be there. So I said I was going to be there before we actually got there. And then I was going to leave after we were thinking about leaving just so that it gave me a cushion.
And you were there from
We
Friday.
got there like 5 o'clock. No, we left Saturday. We got there like 5 o'clock Saturday and then left. We left early on Monday because we were annoyed. We were done with the New York sounds.
You didn't like it?
No, nobody can sleep with all the construction and the honking and the annoying outside.
I love that. So I would have lived there so badly, but me and my broke them. Honey,
absolutely not.
It's going to be a hard no for me.
I still haven't gotten my deposit back from the hotel, but that's another story.
Oh, no. The rant.
But we left like Monday around, I want to say like 8. 8:30, maybe like 9. We woke up pretty early and Babe was like, we're out, let's go, pack the stuff up. I was like, we don't have to check out till 12. And she was like, I don't care. But my spot reservation was from like 1 p.m. Saturday to like 4 p.m. Monday. And that total was going to be like $95. Since we left before that, you don't get your money back, but that's still a deal for the amount of time I was there.
Yeah, $95. And you had your car safe and sound overnight. You don't have to worry about street parking, nobody breaking into your car. Nobody hitting your shit.
Yes. And you do still have to pay the overage if you have a large car, which I do. But because we left with a lot more time left on our ticket, it was still inside that $95. So.
Come on. Shout out. That's everything.
That was great.
Yeah.
I do have some. The hotel was cute. We stayed at the Paul. It's a Paul McCartney hotel. Didn't know that till we got there.
Wow. Okay.
But the room was.
Paul McCartney is the Beatle, right?
Yes. Production is saying yes.
Yes, okay. You can confirm that Paul McCartney was, in fact, a Beatle.
Indeed.
Okay.
It was cute. It was kind of small, though. But, I mean, it was New York, so I guess it was the right size for New York. The bathroom was so small. Like, I couldn't sit on the toilet without being in the sink, basically.
Oh, no.
But it was cheap for what was around. So the hotel, I mean, the fashion show had like a block of rooms at a certain hotel that you could book from at a discount. But even with that discount, it was cheaper for me to book at this hotel.
Wow. Oh, no.
And it was only like down the block from that hotel. So I had to be at that hotel Sunday at 3 p.m. at the hotel where the fashion show was doing pre-show. Sunday at 3 p.m. So I got there. They told me that I didn't have to be ready till 4, which really pissed me off because I was rushing to be there at 3. And then I had to like run down the street. There was a parade because it's Hispanic Heritage Month. There was a Mexican-American Heritage Parade. So I had to wait for all that to pass where I could cross the street.
I love that, though, because I feel like in New York, there's probably always something happening all the time. You walk down the street and there's just like a festival.
That's not me. I needed to be quiet. Quiet. I'm okay with the parade, but I need to know ahead of time. The fact that I didn't know about this parade, I mean, I don't live in New York, so that's not really anybody's fault. But the fact that I didn't know about this parade and then I had to be somewhere and the parade hindered me from being somewhere really bothered me. But that is what it is. And it was hot. You know how I feel when I get hot. I was ready to go home. I was over everything.
Your knees be sweating.
Yes. And I ain't had no clothes on. I'm walking down the New York streets looking crazy because I was naked. And I put on like a striped t-shirt dress on top of it.
I did see that when you were in the video. I was like, this little maxi dress situation.
I looked insane, but it was fine.
How did you feel walking? Because y'all had to walk, like you said, in
our costumes.
In your costume.
I was fine.
in public.
The only thing that would have bothered me is if I was like if my outfit was uncomfortable. Not like if I was uncomfortable with people seeing me, because I really don't care. I could be naked outside. I don't care.
Come on, nudity.
But like if my shoes were uncomfortable or if like the garment was itchy, that would have been an issue. But I was fine. It was a little bit hot, but I got over that.
Yeah, because it's almost October and I have not felt one breeze. It's seen one leaf
not one
make its way to the ground.
There were a lot of people who had an issue with that aspect, though. The whole marching through the streets in our like show garments, because the whole thing is about like praising different types of bodies, but there are still those people who want to praise their bodies who don't feel comfortable walking outside.
And I probably would have been one of those people too, because there have been times where I've like gotten dressed to go to the club, and I always have this thought. I'm like, whenever I think about going somewhere, I have to think about what I'm wearing to the T, to that. When I have to like get out the car to like go get cash out or go to the liquor store or something like that like you have to just be aware of what you're wearing and what spaces you're walking in, because for me it's a question of safety. Like, because there are niggas who will really like fight you because they feel like you look gay or you look whatever. So there have been many a time where like instead of just like feeling comfortable enough to just go into like the store, go get the cash out, I'll like just throw a jacket on or something really quickly and scurry into the store and scurry the fuck out, because like I can't. Like I remember one time, this is a tangent, but I remember one time I was walking into Wawa and I was trying to get a sandwich. Well, I was coming to get food. I got off work and I was hungry and I was like, let me just go to Wawa and get something. And I was walking into the store, and this guy, he was like parked outside in his car, and he just decided he was gonna yell, "What the fuck?" as soon as I walked past. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I just continue to get my food and make way. But it's just like shit like that. Like people will make it a point to say things about you if they feel like uncomfortable about the way. And maybe I don't know if he was going through something, he saw something on his phone, but it felt very pointed at me. You can tell the energy felt very pointed at me. So I don't know, but I feel like people will go out of their way to make you feel uncomfortable. So.
I feel the same way about safety in a different aspect. I don't feel like anybody's going to look at me and see gay, but they do look at me and see woman, you know?
Right.
When I was in New York, when I went Saturday morning back to the car, it was like you had to walk like 2 or 3 blocks to the parking garage from where the hotel was, because I needed to get my shoes out of the car because my dumb ass left them in there. And got catcalled 3 times in the span of walking like 4 blocks.
Wow.
3 different niggas said something to me. And I had on basketball shorts and a tank top. It wasn't like I was just like nobody's going to the club.
That's crazy, because I feel like that's usually when they try to holler. At some point, I'm going to tell the story about how this man followed me from the Dunkin' Donuts to my job in his automobile, bitch, to my place of employment to try to holler.
I just want to know what goes through y'all minds.
Right. Like, you thought that it was cute on a good Friday morning when I'm coming in here for a nice, culotta. I'm coming in here to get some, nourishment, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant with, a tater tot. And you thought that it was okay for you to follow me from my place. And it's in your car. Like, my job is far.
You didn't walk across the street with me, like.
No, you followed my car to my place of employment and tried to holler when I got out the car. The fuck? Like,
absolutely not.
That's horrible. Like,
and also, like, let's say that's not weird.
Right.
Let's say it's not weird for you to do all that. It's 9:00 in the morning, sir.
Like, and I don't know what he expected me to do. He was like, oh, so I don't know what he was saying, but essentially he was kind of like wanting me to get in his car and go with him someplace. I'm like,
the killer.
It's going to be a no. What did Wendy Williams say? The killer's every place. Okay, the killer is every place, and they were at Dunkin' Donuts trying to get me in their car.
Absolutely not. No, thank you.
No, but that's a tangent.
But yeah, the fashion show was cute. There's some video if you're interested. Check out my YouTube channel, Taylor Renee. You can check out my vlog. You can also check out how I constructed my wings for the said show.
I thought the little leotard that you wore was super cute too.
Thank you. I tie-dyed that myself.
That'd be cute with like a denim skirt.
I don't really do denim skirts.
I feel like and that's going to be a theme of this episode.
I was going to say that's a good segue into the skinny.
Because if it doesn't stretch.
It's the fashion episode.
The fashion episode, child. I have a lot of things to say.
As do I.
It was so hard when I was thinking about this episode. I feel like there's so many things to talk about specifically as it relates to fat bodies interacting with the fashion industry.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, let's create a little bit of context so that people know who we are in terms of fashion or like what we like, that kind of thing, and then talk about like grievances and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So,
well, I have a good question to start that off then.
Go.
Let me read it so I don't fuck it up. Do you wear things just because they're cute, or did you have to learn what flattered your body? Like, does it matter to you if something flatters your body if you like the piece by itself? Or did you have to learn what your body, like what pieces your body would look good in?
And this is really an interesting conversation because I feel like what I was conditioned to think in terms of my body was that you want to make it look smaller, right?
That's correct. That is the same condition that I was put under.
Right. The goal was to have, seams in specific places, to not participate in specific kinds of trends because you want to appear smaller.
But when I was younger, I did used to try to wear like oversized clothes to try and hide my body inside of it. I feel like that's what was pushed on me by the elders in my family.
So it wasn't even like wear specific kinds of silhouettes. It was like just hide it.
Yeah, buy a hoodie that's too big for you and then live in that, basically.
Right. I mean, let me preface this by saying I've never came from like money to really have like it wasn't until I got older and I was working my own money that I was able to like really play with fashion and go out and explore like what my specific tastes are.
See, but I did. So when I was a wee small young child.
When I was a young warthog.
I had literally a young warthog. I had a ton of name brand stuff. Like my grandmother would like live in the department stores and just buy me name brand stuff. I had a bunch of it. None of the stuff that I ever picked out, but I did have a name brand wardrobe from like the time I was born until I started wearing my own clothes.
The privilege, the wealth, the fame.
I understand it.
I can't.
But when I'm going to say like middle school is when I really realized that like I'm fat. I started like covering my body with oversized hoodies. I'd wear sweatpants every day, just like for the sake of comfort and for the sake of people not looking at me.
Right, like you're trying to recede into the background.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, yeah. I think for me, it was kind of like, it's still low-key kind of the same thing now, but for me, it was less about options and more so about what fit in the first place. Because when I was bigger, it was like, okay, your options are limited.
Yep.
So I felt like my mom, she was like, because she still used to purchase my clothes, she was like, okay, we just need to get him in something. We just need to get him in things. So she would always be shopping at somebody's big and tall section, which is, we can really go on about that.
Yes, we can.
Because big and tall is really a code for grandfather wear.
Exactly.
Because I was really out here in high school in a good sweater vest.
I was really out here in high school in a good pleated pant from the Mrs. section of Lord and Taylor. Yes.
Taylor, the Mrs. section.
The Mrs. section.
Well, honey, we're giving you matronly and patronly, okay?
Correct. Seriously, because anytime I went shopping with my grandmother, that was it. We were buying sheath dresses, like dresses that don't have no shape. It's just a tube, but like a loose tube.
Yes. I mean, they literally have one seam on the entire bolt of fabric.
Correct. A pleated pant, a pleated slack is what my grandmother would call them. And not just like the pleats. No, those are called creases, the ones down the leg. These were pleats, like the ones that put extra fabric around like the fupa area. Pleats. A pleated pant and like a tunic shirt. Every day of my life.
I feel like black people shouldn't be using the word tunic. Like, I feel like, bitch, who are we walking around wearing tunics, bitch? This is not HSN. And why are you in, and this is not Star Wars. Why are you in a tunic?
That's
and you're 2 years old walking around.
I wasn't 2. I was like 12, 13.
A wide leg trouser.
Yep. With pleats. Looking like somebody great grandma. Correct. That's what fit, okay?
I can't.
Because a junior plus wasn't really plus sized, you know? So when I was junior sized in the plus section, the stuff still didn't fit.
Do you feel like when you were younger they had junior? I didn't realize junior plus was the thing.
It wasn't like junior plus in the way that like a Forever 21 is junior plus now. It was junior plus in like a Delia's.
Forever 21 is junior plus?
Yeah. Forever 21 is junior plus. Junior.
Junior plus. Wait, what do you mean? It's
Like the plus size section. I mean, Forever 21 is a junior store, right?
right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So the
I
plus
get what you're
size
saying.
section is junior plus.
Is that like the marketing of who their demographic is? Or are you
Yeah.
saying like the sizing is junior?
No, it's the marketing.
The
so,
market. Okay.
like, I mean, at least in my mind, plus size at JCPenney's is not junior plus. It's for
Right.
like adults who are plus size.
It's matronly.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Forever 21 has stuff that's like on trend for the people who are in their teens, early 20s right now
Right.
in a plus size
Yeah.
for the
so-
most part.
For the most part. Yeah. But like, I think when I was younger, a lot of it was just motivated by what I could get on my body, and a lot of time that made me look like the Fat Joes and the
Mhm.
I was in the
The Missy
4XL,
Elliott's.
yeah, the Missy Elliott, the
Yeah.
Fat Joes,
Mhm.
and Lil Wayne's in the 4XL
Mhm.
T-shirt
Mhm.
with
The oversized white tees. I used to live in one of those. I also had a goth stage because apparently there are a lot of goth plus size people, plus size goths.
Come on,
So like the Hot Topics really catered to my size range, okay? I had a pair of flare black denim pants with chains and a big red spider on the bottom. Loved those pants.
girl, you're really giving me a look in my
Loved
head.
those pants.
Okay.
I went through a phase.
I low-key feel like those pants are coming back now. Like I feel like I low-key could see someone wearing them with like a feline
Yeah, I feel like those would be like the utility like
trend
style
Mhm.
right now, but they were definitely like emo.
That you
back
can
then.
wear those with like a feline and then like a cute little like sports bra with
Mhm.
and it'd be cute now. Whereas I feel like people were literally out here looking like the killer. Like I don't understand. Like
Me.
you are looking like
The Killer.
the killer.
Insane Clown Posse. Really dark eyeliner around my entire eye. Yes, that was me.
I was giving you pastor. Deacon of the church. That's what I was giving you in high school. How to give you deacon.
It was with
I
your
was
creased
good
pants and your sweater vest.
a sweater vest. I was good for a polo, and my mom she was good for because even in high school she was still buying me clothes, and it was crazy because we used to have a lot of arguments related to clothing, but
So
because
did
I didn't
me
want
and
to
my
wear
dog.
these things, but this is what she was providing.
Same. I didn't want to wear these things, and they would get mad at me for not wanting to try stuff on in the store. Like,
Right.
I don't even want it near my body. Go away.
Go away, burn it. I need a match. Let's burn it now. But I wore a lot of like polos and jeans, and what my mom she would do is she would get like she would find something that fit me and then get multiple of that in a color. You know what I'm saying? Like multiple
Same.
colors of that thing. And I still kind of shop that way now. Like if I find something that fits and I like, I'm like, bitch, how many what are the other options? How many colors does this come in?
I'll do that with staples, but for the most part, if I find like a piece that I like and it's like it comes in multiple colors, I find which color I like the most and then add
Purchase
that
that.
to my closet.
Okay, yeah. But
I do want to get into that. Like, do you have staple pieces that you either shop for or keep in your closet?
Yeah, I think right now I'm going through like a very ripped jean phase.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like.
I cannot stand jeans.
There was a time I didn't like jeans either, but I feel like I've found brands that I like that I know. Well, a brand that I like the fit on me, and I like the way that the jeans feel on my body. Like, because I feel like jeans are very specific. I feel like even skinny bitches, we talk about how they can't find the jeans, and I'm like. It's crazy how we all have this collective experience of jeans sucks, but nobody's like, okay,
Nobody's
jean
fixing
makers,
the
what's going-
jeans, right?
What's going on? Like, and
I do feel like if I was wearing real jeans, I'd feel a little bit different. But like, first of all, real jeans are expensive.
they're really expensive.
Second, do they come in plus sizes? I've never seen a plus size Levi. So my jeans experience is like the rainbow, the stretchy jeans that aren't really jeans,
when
the Fashion Novas, which don't fit. 3X is not a size in a jean, okay? Go ahead. 'Cause I
3X
could
is
really
not a
pop
size.
off about that.
Come on, wait, hold on.
It's
But-
a size, but it's not like. Go ahead. We'll get into that.
I can't. So, wait, but Levi's does make jean. Well, when I used to work at the store, because I used to work in the Levi's store at JCPenney's back in the day, and then one day I just left and never returned. But
What?
I was working there one part-time summer, and it was cute. Like Levi's was actually a cute little brand to work for.
I mean, I don't think I've ever looked for plus size Levi's. That was just the first jeans brand that popped into my mind.
right.
I know that my friend's mom used to own a store called Lucky Brand in the
Mhm.
mall, and they didn't have anything above a size 14, which I guess is plus size, but not really.
It's really not. It's really not. But the thing with Levi's is the sizes that they do have, they're only in specific styles. Like they don't have the range in all of their styles. So I remember
seems true for most plus size things.
Okay, like I remember, so the 5'10" and the 5'11", because bitch, I had to remember all those jeans types. The 5'10" and the 5'11", those are like the skinny and super skinny ones. And they obviously only went up to like a 36 waist men. Whereas if you were talking about like a 501, which is like the straight leg pant, that went all the way up to like a 46. 48. So I'm like, bitch, I don't want to be swathed in cloth. I need to know that my body is popping underneath this. We'll need niggas to know.
I mean, and not even, I mean, yes.
That.
But also, I worked at Papa John's for a little bit, delivering pizzas, and you needed khakis. And I went to like multiple places looking for khakis. I went to Old Navy. Old Navy, even in the men's section, only went up to like a 40. I think I needed like a 44 at the time. Only went up to a 40. All of the plus size khakis that I could find in the women's section of like a department store were like $80. And I'm not paying that much to deliver pizzas and some pants. It was just wild. Like I can't find pants for work. Y'all don't make pants for me to work in that are in my budget. I work at a pizza store. So who can afford $80 pants at a pizza store?
Yeah. And it's also like, and that's, if I were to actually have my own store, that's one of the things I think that I would do as a fashion brand. Because I know there's things that people struggle with as any size body finding, but particularly fat people, work clothes. I feel like I'm always struggling to find clothes that I can wear to work. Like professional basics that like aren't just like you going to Walmart and getting a pair of black pants. Like going to Walmart and getting a pair of black pants and a white shirt that you find there because it's cheap. I'm talking about like clothes that are fashion or on trend, not necessarily maybe in like the patterns and stuff, but like the fits and the styles, that kind of thing.
Something that in your mid-20s you can still go out to lunch in and feel like, oh, I look presentable.
Presentable. Like I want to be able to find slacks. Because I'm not really a slacks person, but I want to be able to find slacks at any size. I feel like anyone should be able to find slacks at any size that are going to look nice on their body.
Because people at every size need to go to work. So
white shirts, white t-shirts, not t-shirts, but white button-up shirts. There's always somebody who's looking for a white button-up shirt. Right. So, and they want different styles. Maybe they want one without a collar. Maybe they want one with a collar. Maybe they want one with a 3/4 sleeve. Maybe they want a short sleeve, long sleeve. Like, and if you were to have this all housed in one store, this is how, in my mind, what it would look like. If you were have this housed in one store where it's like the smallest size is like, I guess, a 00, and then it goes all the way up to like a, I don't know, the largest size. What's the largest size? Like a 28?
You can get a 30. I've never seen anything bigger than 30, but I feel like there are women who would need more than 30. So 30s.
And if girl, and then you know what you do is you have someone in the store that can help alter pieces. So the clothing would be cheap, but then you have someone who can tailor it for you when you're in the store and say, okay, maybe we need to, let this out a little bit to around the
boob area,
or the midsection, so that it fits better on you, and you would pay for that when you.
And I would do that because imagine taking like a $12 button up and having, $15 worth of tailoring done to it. That's still a cheap-ish button up, that fits you correctly now. And
that's a classic piece that you can wear with multiple capacities, and that's something that you would enjoy wearing it. Like you get what I'm saying, as opposed to wearing something
because it fit you in a way that you liked.
Like I'm over like the obligatory purchase.
I can't tell you how many times I purchased a button-up shirt and the part that's like right in front of my boobs is open.
Yes,
even when it's and it's like how do you make plus size clothing and not take that into consideration? Right. Because if my body is plus size, chances are my boobs are a little bigger too. So how do you not add a little bit of fabric in there?
And I feel like the issue is not even like the boobs being too big. I think there's not enough material in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, you can tell that they didn't put this on a fat body when they tried this on or when they created this garment, manufactured it, whatever, because the back has to be wider because niggas have wide backs, big ass bitches. So you need to make sure that the fabric comes all the way around to the front two buttons so that it doesn't gape.
Same with dresses. I can't tell you how many times I've bought a dress that fits perfectly in every way except length, because when you're fat, the length doesn't hit you the same way that it does on like a skinny body.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I remember I wore this cute ass pink velour dress to my birthday earlier this year.
Mm-hmm. And I was there and it was cute.
Yes, and we were in the bar dancing, and I'm holding my dress like at the bottom with my hands the whole time, because if I move even a little bit, it's going to ride up because it's so short.
Yeah. And one of the things, the grievances, I like how we just transition into grievances. One of the grievances I have specifically when it comes, the thing that I think I struggle the most with purchasing as a fat person is pants.
Yep.
Pants.
Yeah. I don't wear pants for that reason. I mean, I wear pants.
Really, like, bottoms in general, but I feel like femme-presenting people have it easier in this capacity, sure, because you could definitely just get a skirt
or like a legging
and keep it pushing. Whereas niggas
have to wear pants.
We don't have, niggas don't have to do anything. But people who, perform with their clothing in that way, like pants are a difficult thing to purchase. Like specifically in my case, I have my body is similar to that of Mewtwo. Like,
I'm crying.
Like, if anyone has ever seen Pokemon, picture Mewtwo. The Pokemon
has the hips
and the thighs. Okay, that's what my shape literally is like. So it's like it's like my waist isn't like that much smaller than my lower half, like my butt and my thighs, but it's like it's smaller. So I need the garment to the waist. What'll happen is it'll fit in the waist, but then it's like I can't get it up. Like I can't get it over my thighs.
Squeezing the thighs.
Okay, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I also struggle with skinny jeans specifically because a lot of times men's skinny jeans, and I was talking to Kevin, we talked about Kevin before on the show, talking to Kevin about this yesterday. Shout out to Kevin. Was talking about this yesterday. Like the calf to ankle ratio on skinny jeans is really important. Like it's really important. And I remember I was watching this YouTube video, one of my favorite fat, she's just someone who really opened my eyes when it came to critical theory, when it came to fatness and that kind of stuff.
Is it Kelly B?
No, her name is Marshmallow. Tatiana Mercedes on YouTube. I fucking love her. She's everything. But she brought this up and I was like, this is so fucking true. Like the calf to ankle ratio, a lot of time, maybe not even only on men's clothing, it's like with a skinny jean, it'll almost be more of like a straight cut than actually a skinny jean. Because what will happen is from the calf, it'll just go straight down as opposed to going in at the ankle.
That happens with most women's jeans that I've come in contact with as well. I usually end up only wearing skinny jeans in the fall so I can stuff them into a boot. That way it looks like it tapers down correctly.
Right. And I'm just annoyed because I'm feeling like I don't know too many people whose ankles are larger than their calves. Look, I'm sorry, I'm struggling to find a lot of people who have larger ankles than they do calves. So I don't understand why, I feel like, and this is why I like the whole trend, the move towards athleisure and making things with elastic waists and elastic ankles, because I feel like
that really
you can stretch that. You get what I'm saying? Like I can fit my ankle in that and it still be tight and tapered to the leg as opposed to it being straight down. That's why for me, a lot of the times the jeans that I get specifically come from Forever 21 Plus. And I feel more comfortable. I just like the way they fit on me better than the other jeans that I've tried elsewhere. I will shop at the H&M's, and I've never purchased a pair of pants from Urban Outfitters. Never in my life.
Urban Outfitters cost way too much.
That's a lie. I purchased a pair of shorts. It has an elastic waist, so it stretches into oblivion. But even then, it's I wish I got it in a size larger. It was a pair of shorts. It was a pair of jean shorts.
You purchased your Forever 21 jeans from the women's plus section? Do they come in numbers or is it just 1X, 2X, 3X?
That specific size that I got was a size 18.
Okay. Because I have bought many a pant from Forever 21 Plus, and almost none of them have number sizes. Because I wear a size 22 most of the time in jeans or pants that have buttons. But Forever 21 does like the 1X, 2X, 3X deal, and like a 3X is supposed to be like the higher range of plus, but none of those ever fit. None ever. And it's not just Forever 21 that does that. Fashion Nova does the same thing. I just made a huge purchase from Fashion Nova that included these gorgeous denim overalls. Don't fit. They're a 3X. They don't fit. And I looked at the sizing chart, and they're supposed to be like a 24, which is a size bigger than I wear, and they don't fit. I can't even get them up my cast.
And this is another grievance that I have when it comes to fashion, and specifically fashion and fat people. I feel like it feels like we have a lot of options now because there's a lot of people who have, we've complained enough that niggas are making clothes for us. I'm air quoting audience. But the issue that I have is I don't like how you can't go into a store to try things on, because for me, I don't even think I have like a specific personal style. Like I wouldn't say that like, I'm
you're a visco girl.
I'm a posh. Like I'm not.
You're an art hoe.
Like an art hoe, like Soho. Like I'm not hippy dippy. I'm not giving you like those specific categories. The thing that I look for first is fit. Fit is the first thing that is important to me. Not only because I'm a fat person, but I just want to show my body off because I feel like
you worked hard for it,
right? It's popping. So if it doesn't, first of all, I say this I need this on merchant, like when we get merchandise,
it's gonna be on merch.
It's gonna be on merch. If it doesn't stretch, it's not going to work. Like if it doesn't stretch, it's not going to work. I need pants that stretch.
Correct. Same. I need pants that stretch. I need all of my clothing needs to stretch.
It needs to stretch. There needs to be some sort of technology in the material that allows you to breathe.
Because not all bodies are shaped the same. So if me and the next person are both a size 22, she's got a little more butt than I have. There needs to be some give in those pants so that they still fit on her.
Right. And the reason I bring that up is that I feel like if there's not a brick and mortar store for me to go into, it's making my shopping experience so much more inconvenient. First of all, problems, but so much more inconvenient than I feel like for thinner people. Like, yes, we can go on ASOS. Yes, we can go on Fashion Nova. Yes, we can go on H&M and try and order things, put things in our cart, have it shipped to our home, and then try them on. And if they don't work, it's like the onus is on us to return them back to the store. But it's like, if I just could go to a store
and try it on, I wouldn't have to bring it home at all.
I wouldn't have to bring it home. And I can determine right then and there in that moment that this doesn't work for me. Because what I'm realizing is that the way that I shop, I'm more of a functional shopper. I'm like, I'm going out in a few weeks. I want to wear something cute. I'm not one of those people that like plots and plans and looks online to try to find something, because I feel like right now I'm really bereft of any kind of motivation to fashion wise, because I feel like all the girls are selling similar shit.
Correct. They're all boutique shops. They all buy from the same wholesaler and then sell it to you at a different price. That's how that works.
And I'm just over that. And I feel like I'm interested in having pieces that like legitimately look different on my body. And I feel like that by virtue of being fat, that's already going to be achieved. So it's like I'm not really pressed to like look online and scour the earth, and sift through the archives to find a piece, when it's like I could just go to the store, and because my body is configured the way that it is, that this is going to look different as opposed to how it would look on somebody else. So, but I need to be able to go to the store. And a lot of times that's not the option.
Right, because Fashion Nova only has brick and mortar stores in California, and I don't live over there.
I don't live over there.
The way that I shop is I almost exclusively shop online. I do go into, we have a Forever 21 kind of close, so I do go in there sometimes, like if we're going out and I want something new to wear, I'll go into a brick and mortar store and look that way. But I almost exclusively shop for clothing online. So I'll be sitting on the couch bored and I'll scroll through my apps and add stuff to the cart and then not buy it. And then buy it later when I have a little bit of money. That's usually how I do that. So this big Forever 21 purchase that I just made, they were having a buy one, get one free sale. So
was it just like buy one, get one free, everything?
Everything. It was everything.
Oh, bitch, where was the email?
So I got I think I got 19 pieces for like $120. That was the last clothing purchase that I made. But
that's not bad at all.
A good portion of them, either one, don't look the way that I thought they were going to look, or two, don't fit. And the crazy thing about Fashion Nova, I love you. I really do. Okay. Find me on Instagram and sponsor me. I really want to wear your shit on Instagram. But as a plus size girl
Mm-hmm.
who is not going to know how these things fit until they get into my home, not being able to return shit because they have a no return policy. They have a store credit policy, but you can't get your money back. Not being able to return shit is really inconvenient. Fashion Nova or
Forever 21?
Fashion Nova.
Okay.
It's really inconvenient for me because it's like, one, okay, you're going to give me this store credit, but then I'm going to buy something else that I don't know if it fits.
Right.
So, like, what are we doing? If you're going to do this, if you're going to not have brick and mortar stores where everybody can go in and try stuff on,
your return
the very
policy.
least you can do is have a good return policy.
And this is crazy because I haven't purchased a lot from ASOS. I haven't. I purchase shoes from there because their shoe game is sickening.
It is.
It's cheap and cheerful. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's true, but yes.
I mean, it runs the gamut. Like, I feel like I got a pair of Chelsea boots from there. You know, a gay staple is a black Chelsea boot. Okay, and I got one from there, and it was like, I got a pair from there for $50. I feel like that's okay, and they're like genuine leather. Mm-hmm. They're uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm giving you, what's his name? Gru from Despicable Me. But
big body, big feet.
That's what I be getting. My feet be real little, and I be feeling like La Cienega Boulevard is.
I got Babe a pair of pink velour loafers from ASOS. I don't think they fit right either. They were uncomfortable, but they were real cute. And they were only I think they were like $80, which is still a lot, but like they were good quality.
And I wouldn't mind, and I feel like fat bitches, there's a collective experience. We will spend money and go out for an accessory. You get what I'm saying? Like, because we know shit don't be fit in the clothing, don't be fit. So we're like, bitch, I'm gonna stand on these hoes with the shoe.
Right, because I know that I'm a size 9 in shoes and this size 9 is going to fit.
Okay, I'm gonna start on these hoes with jewelry, bitch. I'm gonna start on these hoes with nails. I'm gonna start on these hoes with some good hair, makeup.
I feel that way about designer products too. I think I have one designer bag and I got it as a gift. But I would never pay money for like designer clothing.
I would never either.
I would for a designer accessory though.
Yes.
A bag or a shoe or maybe jewelry. I don't even know about jewelry because I don't wear that much. But I feel like if you pay designer for an accessory, you're going to use it more than once. You're going to get your money's worth.
Right.
If I buy a Yeezy t-shirt, how often am I going to wear that? Also, it's a white t-shirt with the words Yeezy on it.
Okay, like I'm not spending that. Yeah, I will spend money on the shoe down. I will spend money on the shoe to infinity and beyond. Okay, like I can't. Like my favorite shoe brand is Doc Marten. I have and Doc Martens are not cheap
at all.
But I have 6 or 7 pairs of shoes from Doc Marten.
You have this really funky green pair that I really like.
They're
that I've only ever seen you wear once, but I really like them.
Bitch, I'm stupid. Because I got in Doc Martens. Y'all know the struggle about Doc Martens too. It's like you have to break Doc Martens in. Mm-hmm. And I made the mistake because they didn't have a size 11. Truly, in my heart of hearts, I am a size 11. In my heart of hearts, I'm a size 11. But I was like, you know what? Let me get a 10.5 because they didn't have the size 11.
You should have gone up. Why would you go down?
Because I would rather a shoe be too small than too big.
I would rather have to wear 2 pairs of socks than my toes be crunched up in this shoe.
I mean, like I said, I'll be pissed like La Cienega all day. But I'll be cute. But yeah, I have a couple pairs of Doc Martens. But I just think that I know that the fat bitches really be out here stunting with accessories. Correct. Like they will purchase a bag, they will purchase a shoe, they will purchase hair and nails and
mink lash,
sunglasses. But when it comes to garments, they're like, this shit, it better stretch.
Right. This came from Rainbow. It was $12.
And how do you feel about? Because one of the trends I'm excited to see, really taking traction is athleisure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
that was my whole aesthetic last year because it was all that fit.
And comfort is key. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over being and this goes back to what we were talking about originally, where it's things you had to do in order to try to make your fat body appear smaller. Mm-hmm. So that's wearing undergarments or wearing
and I hate those. Hate them.
Or wearing clothes that are too tight. In order to.
Here's the thing about me. Mm-hmm. I need to be comfortable.
Yes.
I get an attitude when I'm not. Mm-hmm. So when I'm hot, I have an attitude. If my clothes are itchy, I have an attitude. I need to be comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I'm not putting on an undergarment if it's uncomfortable. I will let you see these rolls in this jiggle. I'm okay with that because I need to be comfortable. I'm not wearing clothes that are too tight because that's uncomfortable.
And it's crazy because it's like, there was a time, and I'm going to be real transparent, child. There was a time where I was so insecure about my body that I literally, like, could not wear clothing if I didn't have an undergarment.
I get hot.
I get hot. So I used to, like, even if I was just wearing clothes to go to work, like, or going to the gym, I would have an undergarment on.
People who work out in their, like, waist trainers blows my mind because it's hot as hell.
Oh my God. I used to do that, and I'm like, I don't understand how I didn't pass the fuck out.
Right. I would pass out looking at you.
Right. I don't understand, because when I'm on this stair stepper every day, I'm on the brink of death. I need everyone to understand. I'm making it there. We're getting over the mountain, but it's not easy.
And it's not fun.
And I'm going to die. So to think that people are out there who do that
while being constricted
is wild. And I low-key feel like the shit doesn't work, but that's neither here nor there.
But yeah, athleisure, last year I lived in my Fabletics. Speaking of which, Fabletics also please sponsor me. Would love to wear your pieces. The 7/8 Power Hold leggings, I have a black pair and a pink pair. Adorable. They make first of all, the whole thing about making yourself look skinny, I don't do that on purpose, but when a garment does it, 2 stars.
Right.
The 7/8 Power Hold do that. They make my stomach look very flat. They give me a nice curved shape. They're great, and they're comfortable. They don't ride down. They're squat proof. I wasn't really working out in them. I was just going about my regular life, but that's besides the point. You can dress them up, you can dress them down because they're just black. I mean, the pink ones obviously are for working out, but the black ones, you can dress them up, you can dress them down. I used to put on like boots with them and like a sweater. That was a look.
It's cute.
I would wear it everywhere because jeans are not for fat people, at least not for me as a fat person, because they're uncomfortable.
Girl, this is my first year getting like a pair of like Adidas pants, because first of all, niggas be out here in Adidas, but Adidas is expensive.
The
like,
tearaways?
Huh?
When you got the tearaway pants?
The tearaway pants. No, these ones are like, I think they're called like the soccer pants. I don't know. It's like the material is really thin. That the pant is, it's either thin or I'm, bursting at the seams, bitch. We're really testing the strength of the fabric. But the material is really, really thin, and I like them because they're so fucking comfortable. It literally feels like I'm not wearing any kind of pant. I love them so much. But them fucking pants were $60.
And a sweat pant? No, thank you.
And I'm like, I'm already annoyed because they started like, they ripped in the inner thigh.
That's like a fat person thing. You've been wearing them too much.
I don't even know if I've been wearing them too much or if I have too much body in this pant.
No,
like,
I
I
was
can't.
this is like when I used to wear jeans, my favorite pair would always get like the hole in the thighs because I would wear them and your legs rub together.
That friction, child. Is there's nothing like it.
And that's a fat person thing. Does that happen to skinny people? I don't know. Maybe it does.
I mean, I feel like there are people with big thighs who probably complain about it, but bitch, I don't want to hear from you. Go sit down someplace. Meanwhile, I'm really out here having to replace garments, specifically when we're talking fast fashion.
Specifically fast fashion.
Fast fashion.
I don't think I have any not fast fashion pieces. Oh, I do.
And that's like majority of the places. Like, and I was thinking about this because I remember one of the questions you want to ask is like, what is like one of your favorite brands? And I was thinking like, I don't know if I have a favorite brand as much as it's like brands I wear often because it's convenient. You get what I'm saying? Like,
do you feel like there's a brand that caters really well to you and your size, or is that like the brands that you wear most of the time?
The brands I wear most of the time. Like, I don't want these specific. First, I don't want these brands to confuse my purchasing of their clothes frequently as them being my favorite. It's because there's nothing else available for me to get, or I'm not, or it's like
that's a very distinct point,
right? It's like
it's not because I love it; it's because it's what's around.
It's a little bit obligatory, but I mean, I just want. When I go to the store, like the kind of shopper that I am, like I said, it's really motivated by like last minute functionality. Like I just need to go to a store and purchase something that's going to be cute and fashionable. So that's usually an H&M.
I've never shopped in H&M for myself.
And it's horrible. And this is back to the point. It's horrible because they recently, I mean, within the last, I want to say 3 or 4 years, have a plus size option.
Oh, they do?
They do online.
Oh, online. Yeah.
But you can't go to the store.
That's how Old Navy was for a really long time too.
And
they might still be that way actually. And
I'm sitting here like, again, fit is paramount. I feel like there's so many people out here who it's like even skinny people would argue that the thing that makes something look good is how it fits. Not even like the material, not even the the pattern. If there is a pattern, it's the fit. So if it doesn't fit right, or we can't determine how it's going to fit because we don't have the option to try it on in the store, it's like you're losing money. Like, you're really losing money. If you carried those garments in the store, and it's like H&M.
They'd be bought much more often.
Again, you're just losing money. It's really the point. You're really just losing money and losing an opportunity. Because also, let's not, act like this isn't the truth, but fat bitches will purchase things.
Yes, me personally, as a fat bitch, will purchase things.
They be out here purchasing things. There's a huge market of plus size people, fat people, thick people, whatever the fuck you want to call it, who are willing to spend money on things that they like, and are going to if they feel like it makes them look good or feel good. So you're potentially losing that opportunity to make those coins if you're limiting your options in store. Because I know a lot of people are like me. I mean, there's probably a lot of people who are like you only because they don't have the option to go to brick and mortar. But I know there's a lot of people like me who are like, they are going to go to the stores that they know they can try things on in the store.
So you didn't tell us what the brands were.
Oh, sorry. H&M is where I shop frequently.
Okay.
Forever 21. Urban, there's things that Urban I can get away with, but it'd be the pricing
exuberant.
$50 on a shirt.
It's too much.
On a button-up shirt.
It's too much.
We're talking about like, how like men have like the bowling shirts, like that's a huge craze right now. The bowling shirts, or Hawaiian shirts.
Those are so ugly. I'm not with that trend at all.
The Hawaiian shirts. I don't really like it depends on the pattern. I'm really into vertical stripes, so I have like multiple.
I could get with a vertical stripe. It's just the flowers and the waves that I'm just like, you're in Delaware. What are we doing?
The flowers and the waves. Yeah, there's the bowling shirt trend. So I can go to Urban Outfitters and find like a cute little shirt. But then it's like, the thing about Urban's aesthetic is that they don't really give me going out wear. They give me like
urban streetwear.
Yeah, like urban street fashion, which, I mean, that may be your aesthetic when you go out. Whereas like me, it's like, I want it to look like I did something
right.
when I went out.
I want it to look like I didn't just come from a lunch date at a taco stand.
Right. To go to the club.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I've never shopped at Urban. Not for clothes. I've shopped for like trinkets, but even that is too much. I've never shopped at H&M for myself. Forever 21, I like going into their store and trying stuff on. But I do purchase stuff online sometimes. The problem is when I purchase stuff online, it has to be a certain fabric because like purchasing a chiffon shirt online is dangerous because you never know how it's going to fit. Whereas if you're purchasing a cotton t-shirt in a 3X, it's most likely going to fit correctly.
It's going to stretch, yeah.
Torrid, I shop a lot online. Torrid, I love for shoes because they understand the idea that if you need a wide calf, that doesn't necessarily mean you need a wide shoe.
Right.
Because anywhere else that I've tried to find, like, I am in desperate search of a thigh-high boot catered to women who have larger thighs and calves. But my feet are not wide. I don't need a wide shoe. My feet be slipping and sliding inside a wide shoe. I just need a wide calf.
We need a big calf.
Torrid is a good place for that. They had these boots that I was plotting on, but they were like $90. And when they finally went on sale, they sold out in my size. So still looking for an over-the-knee boot. But Torrid's a good place for shoes. I also like them for jeans. Because the only other place I've bought jeans is Lane Bryant. And Lane Bryant, while the stuff fits, is catered towards
a more mature.
Yes. I'm going to say older, but that's better, yeah. A more mature look. Whereas I'm still in the like t-shirt, dress, thigh-high boot stage of my life. I'm not in the mom jean, horizontal striped t-shirt phase of my life quite yet.
Quite yet, yeah. You're almost there. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. How do you feel about people who say that there are certain things that work for certain people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll say that fat people shouldn't wear this because it's not flattering, or people in general shouldn't wear a specific kind of thing because it's not flattering.
I fundamentally disagree with all of that.
I agree as well.
I do think that, like, horizontal stripes don't necessarily work on me, but it's not because I'm fat. It's just because I don't like the way they look on me.
Right.
Other fat people could definitely get away with horizontal stripes. It's Kelly B on Instagram. She also has a YouTube called And I Get Dressed, I think. She wears horizontal stripes all the time, and she looks gorgeous in them. And she is fat like me.
Mm-hmm. Is she black? I feel like I've seen Kelly B. I feel like I've seen her before.
She's black. I love her channel. Love it.
Yes. The
whole crop top thing. Oh, Cosmopolitan came out with that article that one time that was like, no, it wasn't Cosmo. Sorry, it was Oprah. O Magazine said that you can't wear crop tops if you don't have a flat stomach, and I wanted to beat Oprah up.
Was it Oprah?
I mean, it was probably not her that said it, but it was her magazine, and I have a problem fundamentally with saying shit like that to people, to your readers, because you don't know what your readers look like. So you're telling me, the person who purchased this goddamn magazine, that I can't wear what I want to wear because I don't look the way you think I should look? Nah, fuck you. Fuck out of here. That pissed me off so much. That very day, Babe and I went out on a date and I wore a crop top because I was pissed off.
As you should. Throw it in their face. But I also feel like, let's look at this language that we're using. Can't.
Right. Shouldn't.
Who are you talking to?
Not I.
Said the cat. Because I'm not going to not wear something because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Like, if you feel uncomfortable with the way that I look, that's your problem, not mine.
Close your eyes.
Close your legs to married men, okay? Close your legs to married men. Because I don't understand why it is that you feel like it's okay to tell someone what they can and cannot do or should
with
and
themselves.
Do. I think there's things that you can say, like, are conventionally flattering. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the language needs to change. You don't need to say that certain body types shouldn't or can't wear this. It's just that what the fashion industry has considered to be, like, conventionally flattering, these are those trends, or these are those things, or these are those silhouettes. Like, I remember I used to watch What Not to Wear back in the day, and that was my fucking show, bitch, okay? Clinton and Stacey, let's go. What y'all doing now? But they used to always talk about how, like, they love, like, an empire waist. They love the, like, when there's like a seam right underneath your bust because it draws attention up
to the skinniest part of your body.
To the skinniest part of your body, as opposed to, like, down to the widest part of your body. And that's something that they used to do all the time on that fucking show. And I was like, okay. And you look at it and it's like, I can see the logic. If the goal is to make someone appear thinner, smaller, that kind of thing, if that's something that they're interested in. But telling someone that they can't wear something because you're uncomfortable is not my problem. Right. That's not my problem.
It's not my problem
and we shouldn't be telling people to do that.
That brings me to me saying that I usually purchase items based on how I think they're going to look, but it's not based on if they flatter my body conventionally. I don't purchase that way. So, like, if I like the way an item looks and it comes in my size, I'm going to get it, whether it makes me look skinnier or not. So it really just needs to resonate with me as a beautiful piece, and I'll add it to my collection. It doesn't need to necessarily
make you look smaller or a convention.
Yeah, it doesn't need to do any of that.
I would be lying if I said I don't pay attention to, like, how my body looks in clothing, and that dictates whether or not I purchase it. Because, like I said, fit is important to me, and I want to. But I don't think it's necessarily, like, I want to show off my body, but I don't think it's a situation where I'm trying to appear smaller, because it's like, I am a fat person. Like,
it's not even just trying to appear smaller. Like, I don't try to hide my rolls. I wear stuff that is skin tight. I just don't care. If it's comfortable and I like the piece, I wear it.
Right. Like, when I purchase clothing, it's more so, like I said, fit is paramount, comfort is second, and then how I feel in it.
You just have to be comfortable.
Really, and you have to like the piece.
All right, we have one last segment to do, right? The weekly consumption.
Yes.
Do you have something for this? I think I have like 2 or 3 because it's been like 3 weeks. But I'm going to pick the best one. I'm just not sure what that is.
So I have been watching... So I just finished season 3 of Attack on Titan. I don't know if anybody else watches this show, but
you're such an anime guy.
I mean, I am like a closet nerd. Like, it's I'm literally, like, so multidimensional, like, it's quite sickening. But Attack on Titan, I just finished season 3, and it's crazy because anime literally is, like, one of the only forms of media that, like, I literally have visceral responses to emotionally. Like, when I watch Attack on Titan, I'm crying, like, legitimately crying. Watch this. When I watch Naruto, I'm crying because... First of all, on Attack on Titan, these niggas cannot catch a break. Like, they really can't. Like, it's literally like... It's kind of like Game of Thrones in that there's no rules. Well, up until this last season of Game of Thrones. This last season, we can have a whole episode about that.
We definitely could.
Yes, but this, like Game of Thrones, how like even though you think that a character is liked, that they're going to be on for a long time, they're so important to the story arc that they could not die. Like they have completely like dispelled that whole idea. And Attack on Titan is kind of the same way, where it's like you don't want to say things like it couldn't get any worse when talking about this show because it really the fuck could. And the writers have thought about that and figured it out, and it has gotten worse. Like them niggas could not catch a break.
Shows like that stress me out.
Like
I would really be sitting here like, yo, this nigga dead?
He's dead. Like, what's yours?
I have a few. I'm just gonna let me see if I can just spout them off quickly. We already talked about Spot Hero, right? Because that was amazing. Definitely use that if you're ever going somewhere where you got to park. I also have. Oh, if you have not watched the Black Lady Sketch Show, I still really think you should go do that. It has ended now, so you can watch all 6 episodes back to back to back.
They only had 6 episodes.
I know, whack. Okay, but I have an app for today called Paprika. It's called Paprika. It is a meal planning app that also gives you recipes. But when you download the recipes or when you put in your meal plan, it also generates a shopping list for you.
Oh my God.
So that you can shop, which I then put into my Walmart grocery app, which I think I talked about on the last episode. And then just have the groceries put straight into my car. It's literally like my phone does all of the work for me. All I have to do is cook. But yeah, it gives you tons of recipes. So if you're a vegetarian, you can choose from vegetarian recipes. If you're vegan, there are vegan recipes.
You said this is called Paprika?
Yeah, Paprika. It's not a free app, but I mean, it's free. It's a one-time payment app, though. It's not something you have to pay monthly for, which we could have a whole conversation about that, too. No. It was just the one time. I think it was like $2.99 to download from the App Store, and then that's it. But
$2.99 isn't bad for
it is really amazing. But yeah, all these different types of things, all these different types of recipes you can download. I'm really excited to start using it when I get paid and can go grocery shopping.
I mean, that's so cool. Like, have you made any of the recipes?
No, not yet. I just downloaded it a couple days ago.
But
One of
the
my
fact
friends
that you
told me about it.
can connect it to like, it gives you a list of everything that you need, and then you literally can just say, Walmart, let's go, let's get this popping.
Yep.
Super convenient.
I'm going to be making a video using both of these apps, a meal prep video on my YouTube channel. So again, check out my YouTube, Taylor Renee.
You know what would be really cool, Paprika, if you really want to talk about meal planning, if you actually include like, for people who are doing like fitness challenges.
It does that. It does that. I mean, I don't know where you were going with that, but it does provide the macros.
That's what I was going to say.
The calories for each meal.
Come on, Paprika.
Right?
Come on, Paprika. You have to be out here.
What else? I want to shout out my Instagram just real quick, shameless plug, because I've been doing real good work on my stories lately, okay? They've been really popping.
They have been popping. These pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, okay.
Check me out on Instagram, Taylor Renee. It's the same on everything. I post a lot of my fashions, and I did post this thirst trap recently, and I didn't realize it was a thirst trap until after I had posted it. There was a lot of niggas in my comments doing weird shit. Are you saying that's a lie? I didn't know it was a thirst trap.
She's really lying.
No, it wasn't meant to be a thirst trap. It was meant to be like I feel good about my body.
And post. I appreciate you for feeling good about your body, but let's not be out here lying. I mean, there are niggas who said my pictures on Instagram are thirst trappy, and I'm like, is it thirst trappy or are you thirsty?
Right, that's my thought. Did I post a thirst trap, or did all the thirsty niggas just end up in my comments?
Because projection is really a bitch. Like, she will really have you out here looking crazy in the winter. Okay, so don't have her have you looking crazy in the winter on the Sabbath.
What?
Isn't the Sabbath like which word for a Sunday?
Yes.
Yes, bitch. Look at me knowing stuff. Come on.
We need to wrap this up before you go off.
Thanks again for listening, guys. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share.
And by the time you hear this episode, we should be available everywhere that you listen to podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, all of that.
All that. So please be sure to listen, share with someone.
Rate, comment, subscribe. All of that.
All that shit that other niggas be telling y'all to do. But do it on ours. Okay?
Specifically for ours.
Do it on ours first, at least.
Yes, if you're fat and black and gay, you belong here. And if you're not any of those, you also belong here.
Just don't get on my nerves. That's really it. Just don't get on my nerves. And that's it.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.